Hello, wonderful people. Today I'll be speaking about chakra colors, the association, the hormonal responses, and also the psychological response. A lot of people may know about chakras already. However, I'm not. I'm just barely touching the surface. I won't be going in depth, but I'll be going a little bit more detailed than usual when it comes to chakras and the colors and the association that the colors have, and how our body or how we respond to it energetically or physically, right? So I made some notes. So what I'll do, I'll put it here so I can read, right? Give me 1 second. Let me find the correct page that I have here. Chakra colors, chakra colors. Okay, so we'll be starting from the root chakra, which is the base chakra, and we'll be going up to our crown chakras. Bear in mind, we have many more chakras. We have chakras that extend to the earth straight through, and we have chakras that extend way above us. And chakras basically are energy points within or without our body that is connected to us, and is also has a physical response depending on how connected we are to our chakras and how we grow and expand on an energetic level or physical level. So let's begin with today. We'll be focusing on seven chakras within the body. There are many more chakras. Let me add, there are many more chakras. They all have different colors, but also the colors are somewhat kind of blended. For example, like for example, let's start from the root chakra. Let's get there. Okay. So the root chakra. 1 second. Okay. The root chakra is the base chakra. It is usually red, right, in color. And the association with the root chakra is usually the spinal cord, the rectum, the legs, the arms, the circulatory system. That's why a lot of times when we sit in a lotus position, right, and our legs are folded and our arms are touching our knees or legs, right? The arms also has root chakra points in it, or root chakra energy. And a lot of these are energy points. It's, different energy for different reasons, and it's connected to our body. And also it helps to stimulate different organs and and so on and so forth, right? Now, this is just awareness purposes, just for information. Some of it also may be also my perspective. So that's for the people who fact check, because sometimes not everything you can find, doing research. Sometimes it's awareness and experience through certain different things that allows you this kind of knowledge. And it's not sacred knowledge, but some people may say sacred knowledge. However, let's get back to the root chakra. The root chakra is located usually when it says root, when you think of a tree, right? You think of the roots of the tree. So it's located on the ground, the grounding, anything that is so from your feet, your legs, right? Your rectum area, also your arms, your circulatory system is all connected to your root chakra, right? And that's the association the root chakra has with your physical body. Now, on an energetic level, also the hormonal, before I get to energetic level, the hormonal responses physically, the hormonal stimulus, sorry, is usually the ovaries and the testes, right? And also the sole of your feet is considered to be the root chakra area. A lot of people will say, "Oh no, your testes and your ovaries is sacral chakra. Well, let me get to the sacral chakra point, and then I'll further explain that, because that's the next in line. So if you think from the ground up, so, and we're covering 7 points today, the seven chakra points and where they're located. So from your feet, your legs, right? That's the root chakra coming up. When you get to your reproductive area, now you start to get into your sacral chakra. That's an energy point also. And this is energy. It's a physical location, but it's an energy located point to which our body is connected on an energetic level and a physical level simultaneously, right? So, so the root chakra, the association. Hold on one second. Yeah. The spine, the rectum, the legs, the arms, the circulatory system. Then you have that's the association. The hormonal stimulus is the ovaries and the testes, the sole of your feet. Then you have the psychological responses, which is the psychological response to the root chakra is like the energy point that is responsible for these effects. So, for example, self-awareness, physical strength, right? Grounding. When you speak about grounding, you talk about firm foundation, solid physical strength, increased heart rate, fear or courage is also associated with the root chakra. You have passion, sex, ability to focus on physical goals. So your grounding chakra is energy point is associated, the psychological response is associated with those things. I'll say one more time real quick, because we have seven to go through and I don't want the video to be too long. So the psychological response of the root chakra, right, is the self-awareness, right? Self-awareness, the physical strength, increased heart rate, fear or courage, passion, sex, ability to focus, and physical goals. Okay. And then we could move on to the next point, which is a little bit higher, right? Or during our reproductive area, right? It's called the sacral chakra. The color for the sacral chakra is orange, right? And orange signifies, from the association with that is the reproductive organs, the kidneys, the bowels, and the immune system, right? Then the hormonal response of the sacral chakra, right, is the spleen and the adrenals, the adrenal glands. Okay. And the psychological responses is in that, and this is on an energetic level also, not only on a physical level, because this is how it is affected energetically, and then we have a physical response to it, right? So the psychological response would be also self-respect, pleasure, and happiness, friendliness, humility, creativity, sex, agility, and joyful socialize. So your sacral chakra is responsible for, creativity also, and friendliness, happiness, your sex drive. Everyone know your reproductive area, and this is on an energetic level. Okay, then we get when on a step further up is also the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus chakra is responsible for your the color is yellow, right? And it is more in the stomach area. That's the solar plexus. A lot of people say, "Oh, I have a gut feeling," and stuff like that. Yes, that's your solar plexus chakra that is working, right? The association is the central nervous system. That's why you have this kind of like a gut feeling. And sometimes the central nervous system is connected to that, and on an energetic level it helps with your intuition, you that gut feeling. It also has a lot of the uh, you would say solar has a lot of power. That's where the is almost as if that's the generator of physical strength also. It's where that all that power lies. within the body. That's the solar plexus. The sun, you think about solar, you think about energy. We absorb energy and from an energetic level, and the solar plexus is a chakra is connected on that kind of level. It's almost like raw power. The association is the central nervous system, the pancreas, the liver, the digestive tract, right, and the skin. That's why a lot of us that goes out in the sun and absorb the sunlight and the vitamins and the rays, right? And it hits our skin also. That the solar plexus chakra also is associated with the skin. So that's where the energy is being absorbed from. But the center, the central force is located within the stomach area. Okay, and that's the solar plexus chakra is a very powerful chakra to manage if you're aware of it, to strengthen and stuff like that, right? The hormonal stimulus is insulin. The psychological response is self-worth, intellect, clarity, optimism, hunger, right? Activity, desire to work together as a team. So the solar plexus chakra has all this energy compact in it, and it helps us to do perform teamwork, it's just it's a like I said, the powerhouse. It's the powerhouse of the the seven chakras within the body, right? It's the energy source. That's is if you think of a computer, you think of the battery on in the computer, and that battery is the powerhouse for the computer to work. However, the computer have many different components working together to perform tasks and stuff like that. So this is kind of like how the chakras work together with our body from through energetic responses and physical responses and our organs and all that stuff, right? And the solar plexus chakra is the color is yellow, right? So how colors and chakras come together somewhat, I'll briefly explain later. But right now, I'm just going through the seven chakras and the colors, and then I'll try to put together how the colors are associated with the actual chakra. Okay, so next up, after the stomach area, we have the heart chakra. The heart chakra is usually green in from an energetic physical uh you know how we see it, how we would see the color. It would be a green in nature, right? And the heart chakra is the heart chakra is located in the chest area where the heart is, close to the heart or mid chest area, right? Close to the heart. So that's where the heart chakra is located. And like I said before, the color is green. Now, the heart chakra, the association is obviously the heart, the thalamus, the lower lung, the circulatory system, the immune system, right? The hormonal response is thyroid, right? Thymosin. Sorry, I'm looking. Okay, thymosin. Now, the psychological response with the heart chakra is love, compassion, generosity, normalizing the heart rate, allowing new cells to grow, the ability to be supportive, focusing on also like family and having a safe and happy home. That's the heart chakra. Anything connected with the heart chakra is like, that's why a lot of people would say the heart is of love. It also reason why they say why the heart is of love physically, you can't tell that the heart is of love, not physically, but from an energetic level, people always speak on the heart as something that shows love and compassion, and there's a reason for that. It's because they're explaining the actual heart chakra, and the energetic power that the heart chakra has. So it is of love, it is of compassion, right? And generosity and stuff like that. So the heart chakra is green in nature, and it's associated with these um, characteristics on an energetic level and also on a physical level, right? Now, I can also say, let me try to mix and blend color together with the chakras. I can also say, I can also say that if we eat a lot of foods, our food also affect our chakras. This is how we could strengthen our chakras. This is how we could, have a greater vibration. Also, sound and music affects our chakra. It's all about energy, and different forms of energy improves our chakra or decreases our chakra. That, for example, if we listen to a lot of um, music that is of low vibration, then our energy and our responses will be of low vibration. Also, on a physical level, will some music will allow us to act out of character or some kind of way just by listening to it. And some music will put us in a peace, Zen mode. Some music will make us feel happy. Some music will make us feel sad. It's because music is a powerful tool through sound and vibration that affects all chakras in the body simultaneously. And depending on what you're listening to, it will affect it accordingly and how you feel. That's why you listen to a lot of love songs and love music. And, it affects the heart chakra. And that's why you start to feel, a lot more, what you would call it, uh, you have a lot more emotions, could be negative emotions, positive emotion, depending on what the music is portraying. So the heart chakra when you eat certain foods, for example, you eat a lot of collard greens and green foods, right? People will say, well, I eat collard green. Collard green has a lot of iron in it, and the iron and it also increases your blood. The iron is good for blood, right? Now, what is the heart responsible for? The blood flow. So there you go. You see the connection between food. The food has the minerals and nutrients that supplies the body, and the body also has the physical response from the energetic um, uh, projection of the chakra in your body. So it's all connected. You know, chakras connect the physical and the energy around us. Together, and it works together to make us the way we are. Gives us personality. This is why computers and stuff like that has robots, so to speak, has a hard time um, having certain kind of feelings and stuff is because and they don't have I don't want to give the tech guys any ideas. It's because the robots doesn't have the ability to feel and respond on an energetic level by the use of chakras. So the personality and stuff like that, they could create physical looks and stuff like that, but how does the robot really feels? The robot doesn't feel anything. The robot could tell you it feel sad and put on a sad looking face, but does it really feel sad? Because it doesn't have that connection. It doesn't, you know? That's the heart chakra. And I'm just briefly going through. I don't want this video to be too long, okay? But this is just understanding chakras, the 7 points, the seven chakra points within the body. There are many more. There are chakras that extend way up, and there are chakras that extend way through the earth, okay? As we walk and as we move, and each person has their own set of chakras. They could be hundreds of chakras, all right? It's still to be undetermined. Some people may say we have over 100 and something chakras in totals. Some people say less, some people say more. It depends, you know. Now, the throat chakra is located in the throat area, right? The thyroid, the respiratory system, the teeth, the vocal cords, that is the throat chakra. And the color of the throat chakra is usually blue. So when we wear certain colors, especially like, for example, going to meetings and stuff like that, they'll say, for some people, they'll say, wear a red tie, right? Because red, the color is also has an energetic level, and it also helps the chakra to be more responsive. So, for example, you wear a red tie, it's for your root chakras, for grounding, it's for stability, it's for confidence. So they'll tell you wear a red tie, you know, wear or they'll tell you wear a blue tie. When you wear a blue tie, it's for your throat, is for conversations purposes, is to get the influence, it's an influential color and chakra. The color of blue, is influential. It also deals with emotions because it's also somewhat is close to the heart chakra, so it's kind of blended a little bit. Each chakra is a little bit blended in color and in energy, right? And takes traits from each other. So the thyroid, the respiratory system, the teeth, the vocal cords is the association with the throat chakra. This is located in the throat area, right? And also the psychological response is self-expression, communication, the ability to organize and also plan for the future, appreciate beauty, peace, and order, to live truth and to speak the truth, right? So the more you work on your throat chakra, it brings out the ability to communicate well, the ability to speak, and it also deals with truth and peace and order, right? And that's the throat chakra, and the color is blue. Now, also, I'm just touching other topics. I spoke about colors, right? A little bit, and I spoke about food. Everything is gonna be connected when I do other videos on how food affects chakras, and then how colors affect chakras, and how different gemstones and crystals affect chakras, and why people wear gemstones and crystals and stuff like that. It has to do with the color, and it has to do with the energetic response that the body and the chakra points has connected with that, the food or the gem or the color that we wear and use on a day-to-day basis, right? So it's all connected. So right now I'm just going through the different chakras, okay? I'm not going in detail, but I might touch a little bit on the other topics, right? So that's the throat chakra, okay? Now the next chakra is the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is located in the in a gland called the it's called the pineal gland, and it's located in the center of the brain, in line with the eyes. Okay, and that's a lot of people call that pineal gland the third eye. You'll see a lot of symbols about the third eye and stuff like that. That is what they're talking about. Is because the third eye is a point in which it's located here. It's almost in the center of the brain, and it's responsible for heightened awareness and the spiritual enlightenment. People who are able to activate the third eye chakra, because it's energy points, and energy travels from the ground up, right? So it travels from the ground, and every time we build and expand and we nourish these chakra points, it continues to grow, right? And the process of our chakra growing is also called the kundalini rising. People speak about kundalini. Is the depiction of it in Egyptian times? The kundalini is a snake, right? And the snake rises up. Now it goes towards the third eye chakra, and it activates the third eye chakra. That is where total not total, but enlightenment starts, really. That is self-awareness, awareness of your surrounding, awareness on a physical, both a physical and a spiritual plane. That third eye is called a third eye is because it's able to see things on an energetic level or a spiritual level that the two physical eyes can't see, right? And that's why the pineal gland, that's the association with the third eye chakra, or some people call it the brow chakra. That's what the pineal gland is associated with. Once we, we start doing things to enhance the nourish or pineal gland, right? Because there are things that calcifies the pineal gland, that helps it to slow it down and help it not to work as effectively as it should. And a lot of these things, you could do your Google research. What calcifies the pineal gland? You do not want your pineal gland to be calcified because it's not able to work, and it's stunting your growth when it comes to on an energetic awareness, self-awareness, spiritual awareness, energetically awareness, even physical awareness. And the third eye is, a lot of people speak about it because it's one of the most popular chakras, and it's one of the most important chakras. Uh, I would say, second to the crown and the heart chakra, right? The pineal gland is also the third eye chakra is also a defense mechanism. It also it helps to it helps to pick up on negative energies. So you become more aware if someone is even around you in your area and you have your third eye chakra um, working overtime, not even overtime, but just working the way it should. You'll be able to pick up on a negative energy or a negative person without them even saying or doing anything. It's just the energy. You feel the vibe, you feel it, right? And then the third eye will send a response to the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is the powerhouse. Now, the powerhouse give you that gut feeling. So the third eye sees it and say, hey, pay attention to that. And then the crown chakra kind of interpret it. Is it a negative energy or a positive energy, and sends it to the solar plexus? It's a computer, right? Our bodies are computers are made of how the body works. For a lot of people that don't know, whenever they make computer, they made it similar to well, basically they use the same kind of setup as the human body. They just can't do everything with, like, as the body functions, because the Most High is amazing. He made it this way, and it's very difficult to emulate, especially using just a physical component. Now, it sends the third eye is the awareness. Third eye sees it. And I'm not talking about your physical eyes. The third eye sees it from an energetic level, sends a response to the crown chakra, which I'll get to next. That's the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, sends it to the crown chakra. Crown chakra interprets it and determines if it's a positive or negative energy. And then it shoots it down to the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is a powerhouse, which is also response. And then from the response, it goes to the root. So the root is action, the red action, whether it's a flight, a fight, or freeze. Hopefully not freeze, but fight or flight moment. The root chakra is responsible for that also. Your defenses are not up through your root chakra. Your solar plexus is providing the heart rate, and your what would you call it, the heart rate, and also your adrenaline starts pumping. So now, because the energy, the powerhouse is now sending mad signals to different chakras. Now all the chakras are now being alerted. So now your adrenaline, your heart start beating faster. It could not because you're scared. Even boxers and people who fight, right? They have that adrenaline rush. When you're doing something that's dangerous, like skydiving, you have that adrenaline rush. So it's not always a negative. It's just a level of awareness that, hey, something can go wrong when you're doing that. So just be aware. Okay. So the powerhouse starts sending mad signals all over, right? So all the chakras now start going haywire, like not in a bad way. In some cases, your adrenaline start pumping. That's your heart chakra. Now your emotions are getting intact. So now, you start to feel, okay, now should I be defensive, or should I be welcoming? So, even when you love someone, right? On an energetic level, the third eye can pick that up. The third eye chakra, right? Your pineal gland picks it up, and it sends a signal to the heart. And the heart now has an emotional response, the heart chakra, on an energetic level, without you even saying or doing anything. That person can also, if they're connected like that on an energetic level, they can feel your response. You could just look at someone and just put a little smile or a smirk, right? And they'll feel that energy of love, or or happiness coming towards them. And sometimes it happens in the opposite way. Sometimes people send negativity that way. You could sense the hate. You know what I mean? You could feel the hate. You could feel the hate burning your back while you walk away from someone that doesn't like you, or have that negative response. That's your chakras is responsible. And I'll go into depth as how the chakras, because a lot of pictures and stuff that we look at, it will show you your root chakra from the ground, and it show you the different points on the body that it's located. But also what they don't really show is how that point is not a single line. It is a 360 degrees auric field. It's a field. So the chakra energy levels is also connected to our auric field. And we have 7 major layers of auric field of protection and love and peace. When people get close enough, because that's for another topic, but I'm just going to touch it a little bit more so people understand the importance of chakras. Okay. Now, there are 7 layers. So just as you have the root going up to the crown, you have the root from your body going outwards also, right? So the root, so you'll have, for example, say you have the root, right? Then you will have the sacral, then you will have the solar plexus, and it goes out in a 360 degree. So when people get too close to you, now they're in your heart space. They're able to influence you on a greater level, being within your heart space auric field. Some people have their auric fields vary. Not everyone auric field is the same width or length around them, or I call it the bubble. Not everyone auric field has the same size bubble. Some bubbles are smaller, some bubbles are larger. So some people can actually enter into your heart space or your heart chakra bubble, because they break the crown chakra bubble, the third eye chakra, then they get to your throat chakra, and then they get into your heart space. So as they come in, they're getting closer to your root chakra. And your root chakra is the most center, grounding chakra closest to your body, and it extends out. And that is how auric fields are formed on an energetic level. You're able, if you're in tuned with your chakras and your energies in within your body, you can also feel things around you and surroundings. And some people might say, oh, that person have a psychic ability, or this person this, that, and that, and that. Well, in actually, what happened is that that person is just more in tune with their chakra and their energies around them. So they feel it before they see it physically, or before they feel it physically, they feel it on an energetic level. And this is how the chakras are connected. But that's, I don't want to go into auric fields right now. All right, I don't want to go into auric fields. Let me just finish this video on what chakras actually are. And the third eye chakra is blue, right? Third eye chakra is blue. The pituitary gland, the eyes, the sinuses, and the hormonal response is various stimulating hormones relating to multiple body functions and positive feedback, right? And the psychological response of the third eye is self-responsibility, sense of inner strength, ability to visualize creatively, and intuition, calmness, and clairvoyance. So these are all the things that the third eye chakra is. That's why it's so popular, because a lot of people that are in tune with the third eye chakra is pretty much on a different level when it comes to creativity and self-awareness and energies and awareness in a whole. People that are consciously aware, usually not spiritually aware, just consciously aware, usually have the third eye popping at that point. That's when the third eye just starting to open. Now you are not you have to, it's something that we have to develop as human beings, and it's not something that everyone has, that third eye awakening. That's when it's said in some cultures and some beliefs, your third eye is said to be when Jesus died and rose again. So the Kundalini, I spoke about the Kundalini rising, right? It rises. That's the energy point from your root chakra upwards, and it rises like a snake throughout the body, right? Then it gets to the third eye chakra, and that is when enlightenment happens. That is when the physical, your energy levels, you stop focusing totally on the physical, and now you have a more energetic or a spiritual awakening when the kundalini rises, right? And that's at the point of the pineal gland within the brain, okay, located within the brain in line with the eyes, okay, and clairvoyance, calmness, all that stuff. I did a little bit more explanation on the third eye because a lot of people, even though they know about the third eye, they're not too sure what the third eye is and what it does. It's actually a gland. Even when you have, like for example, you probably can't see this, right? If you could see it, right? That is the pineal gland. It looks like a eye, right? It looks like a eye, but that's the pineal gland that is located inside the brain. It is third eye. That's the pineal gland. This is a symbol, and it looks like that from the side view. If you should split the brain in half and you should look at it from the side view, it'll look like a eye, like that. So that's the third eye. That's why they call it the third eye. It looks like a eye, and that's the pineal. That's actually a gland within the brain. And once that's the third eye. Okay. Now let's get to the crown chakra. The crown chakra is located where the crown sits at the top of the head, right? And that the color of the crown chakra is usually purple, purple or violet. Some people might say violet, some people might say purple. That's why in ancient days where you have kings and kingdoms, they'll wear a lot of purple. That shows royalty, that shows the crown, right? That's why the crown chakra is an energetic color. It shows energetically a purple color or a violet color. And this is why royal people like to wear purple and violet. I'm not saying it wrong. Violet colors to show levels of enlightenment because of the crown of royalty, symbolism of royalty in this. And the crown chakra is also associated with the pineal gland, right? And the brain and the nervous system. And it has a lot to do with self knowledge, enlightenment, spirituality. This is where the spirituality comes in because even though you have awakened your third eye, now you're consciously aware. That's the third eye. But when you start to awaken your crown chakra, that's when you become more spiritually aware. And this is where the self knowledge, enlightenment, spirituality, desire to express the way you feel, ability to connect to a higher power, a higher source, the most high. And you have that ability through your crown chakra to have that connection. Now you have uh some may say, okay, don't, for religious people or other um belief systems, don't attack me, please. This is just my perspective on my views on what the chakras are, okay? And it's not a knock or an attack on anyone. None of my videos will be from this point in time. I mean, from since I just recently started videos. This is just for awareness and entertainment purposes also, right? So when you are able to activate the crown chakra, the royal chakra, I call it the royal chakra, you're able, you have the ability to connect to a higher power, higher source, and that's on an energetic level. Now you have a direct line to the most high, right? If you believe in the Most High, some people don't. If not, you have a direct line to the universe or or greater, outer space. You're connected to now to the stars and different alignments, and this is what the crown chakra is like the point in which is like an antenna that comes out of the cars or the old phones that has that antenna that connects with everything and receive calls and send calls. That's the crown chakra, and it's purple in color, and that's what it's responsible for. It gives you that heightened ability to connect to a higher source. So if we're able to awaken and enhance the crown chakra, then we're more, not that if you don't, you're not able to connect to a higher power or to source or to God. Not saying that, but the connection with the higher source or God or higher power, the universe or Ra, whoever or Allah, whoever you call God, right, is heightened because your crown chakra is now open. The reception is clear. You don't have one bar on your chakra anymore. Now you have 5 bars. You know what I mean? Now your bars are maxed out. Now you have a clear connection straight to the divine or to the most high or to Allah or to God or to the universe, whatever you call the higher power or higher source that you pray to or you acknowledge. Okay. And those are the seven, seven. Those are the 7 chakra colors and chakra points within the body. There are many more. There are more that extends upwards, and they all have different purposes and different energetic pull and responses and actions that help us. Now, what they teach us in school, is more on a physical level. Everything that they teach us, they'll teach us about responses of the brain and stuff like that. That is more physical. This is more the unseen on an energetic level. Okay. I'm already 42 minutes in. I didn't even shave today. It's all right. But anyway, thank you guys. If you're watching this video, please hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe button. All right. If not, thank you for watching anyway, and I hope this video helped you along this spiritual path that all of us, and the spirituality is not something that is of hate. It is not something of doing evil. It's not something people are scared because they watch too much TV. They say, "Oh, and this person doing that and this person and this magic," and it's nothing like that. That's all farce. Okay, we need to understand what true spirituality and enlightenment is, and we need to be more accepting, because that not only for others to accept someone else, but you will find out that by knowing these things and being more accepting to it, it also helps you within your spiritual journey, no matter who you believe in, right? Or what you believe in, or if you don't believe in anything, but still, it's good to always be aware and know what we're doing. Okay, thank you guys. Peace and love always. And I'll be doing the next video on chakras. I'll be continuing, and I'll be talking about different things and how chakra affects us. Okay, thank you. Hit the share button, like button, subscribe button. If not, thanks for watching. Peace.